Good morning. Board of Supervisors is back in session from closed session. Nothing to report. And I would like to invite Mr. Dave Clark to lead us in Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. Before us, we have the board meeting minutes for June 3rd. Does anyone have a comment on the minutes of June 3rd? Or
Move to approve, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion to approve the minutes of June 3rd. Do I hear a second?
Second.
There is a second. Any discussion to the motion on the minutes? Hearing none. All those in favor of the approval of the minutes of June 3rd say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Passes unanimously with Supervisor Delbar absent. Consent calendar. We have two items before us, the regular consent calendar and the water agency consent calendar. On the regular consent calendar, we have item 5A8, and that's been pulled from the consent calendar today to come back in 2 weeks before us. It's been pulled by the Health and Human Services Agency, so that won't be discussed today. And we have a correction on item, Council, what's the item number on that? Do you know?
582.
Oh, 5A2, that's correct. So there is a slight change on the cover sheet on that. So with those two changes being identified, what's the action on the two consent calendars as stated? To the clerk.
And I'd like to establish proper notice for the record.
Okay, thank you very much for that. What's the action before us on the consent calendars?
I'll move to approve, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Supervisor. Do I hear a second? And there is a second. Discussion to the motion? Hearing none, call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, item passes unanimously with Supervisor Delbar absent. And we're now to a timed item. This is a presentation by the Mendocino Land Trust regarding the California Coastal Trail and coastal access work being done in Mendocino County by several nonprofit organizations. Supervisor Smith, you're the sponsor of this?
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Moving forward on item number 9A, this is brought to us by the Mendocino Land Trust. Things are happening with great speed and diversity with respect to coastal trail and coastal access work being done by the Land Trust and other nonprofit organizations. So the Land Trust wanted an opportunity to give the board and the public a general overview of this process. They're doing quite a bit of work on nature tourism and strategic planning for public recreation and conservation-based tourism and green infrastructure. So Mr. James Bernard, the Executive Director, is here with us today for the presentation.
Good morning,
Mr.
Mr.
Thanks for
Bernard.
the time. I'll show you a brief PowerPoint presentation and then respond to any questions that you might have. Let's see. We've actually opened more coastal access than any other land trust in the state with 3 coastal access sites. We're working on quite a number of additional coastal access sites and also the California Coastal Trail in Mendocino County. And we are funded by the California Coastal Conservancy in this effort. As I said, we've opened 3 coastal access easements, Mendocino Bayview, Cantus Cove, Belinda Point. 6 easements were involved in building and developing those trails. We've accepted an additional 15 public access easements with the intent of creating 8 more coastal access trails. And we're going to be accepting 19 more public access easements this